Raiders.
What is up, Raider Nation? What is going on? I'm here with my guy, Raider Will.
What up, baby?
And James from the Black Hole Military Chapter.
It's Tuesday.
Yep.
Without the tacos right now.
There's one missing. He should hopefully be in a little bit later on, but Leo is not here right now. He's stuck at work, but he will be here hopefully at some point. So, gentlemen, it's been a week. So how we doing?
You know, we're doing all right. I mean, like lots of bro, you know, I just talked to you guys. We got some news coming out of the black hole. We will have a tailgate area. You know, President should be getting an email here soon about it. You know, I saw a little leaked information. Should be a good spot. Should be exciting. I mean, the game on one end wasn't that good, right? Like, I guess everybody had a lot higher hopes of what we were going to see. You know, some good things, some bad. Some concerns got changed. Some concerns stayed consistent, as in offensive line. But you know what? At the end of the day, we come out with a tie out of that game, and we saw some production. Of course, we saw a lot of pieces that we need. But other than that, we're good.
Yeah, it wasn't a W, so we still got a 0 in the loss. In the loss column. So there's no 1 there at least. James, what's going on with you? Any news on your end?
I think on my end, I mean, Will said we saw some productivity, some great productivity from some players, and then from others, we saw a great lack of productivity that I'm sure we're going to get into, and Will is actually wearing one of them that I'm going to be very outspoken about, or I'm sorry, not Will, fucking Chumley, excuse my language. Chumley is wearing one of them that we're going to get more into. But the way I see it is, I mean, we didn't lose, but we didn't win. And in my opinion,
what
sometimes
happens when there's a tie, but okay.
Sometimes when there's a tie, to me, it feels just as bad as a loss because we just didn't come out with the win. So it's just one of those things, even in the preseason, it's just kind of gut-wrenching. You're kind of like, at least for me, it kind of feels like we didn't quite have enough. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of frustrating to see on the first game. Cam Miller looked great. You know, shout out to Cam Miller. Made AOC look like AOC belonged in a flag football league, if I'm being honest. But
we'll definitely get into that. Don't shoot your load all in the first 2 minutes of the podcast here, bro. So we'll definitely get into that. But before go ahead, Will.
Jeff, before we get into it real quick, I know Jay Jackson's in the building, and I want you guys to know that Arizona is going to be doing some big-time things down there, guys. Make sure you follow our boy Jay Jackson. He is doing amazing things for Raider Nation. He's always getting us together as we travel all around the world with him. So make sure you link up with him. I just wanted to make sure we got that out the way. I didn't want to forget.
Nope, not a problem. We're going to check in with the chat right now, see who's here, who's visiting with us, who's sticking around. We've got Bueno in the house. What's up, my boy Bueno? Chris from Protect the Shield is here. What's up, brother? Just finished watching his show with 805 in Sevilla. So if anybody ever wants good film breakdown on the game prior or in the upcoming game, check their show out, man. Let's see. No, that's not Chugs. That's James. He does look like him. Sometimes we call him. What'd you call him the other day, Will?
Oh man, I got a couple of names, but we're gonna stick with Baby Huey right now.
I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, Jay Jackson say goes, "What's up, bros? Another day closer to Raiders football. Anyone coming to Arizona? Raider Nation for life. Navajo Joe on the go." Yeah, yep. So if anybody is going to be in Arizona for the preseason game, make sure you hit him up.
That's the man.
Jay, if you want, put your link in the chat, and I'll spread it to all the channels. So if you put it in whoever's channel you're in, I'll recopy it, and I'll send it to all the channels that we're streaming from. So whether it's Instagram, whatever, put it in there, and we'll promote it for you. Alon, what's up, Alon? How you doing tonight? Billy Davis is here. What's up, Billy? And let's see. My guy Jay from Just Raiders Baby, one of my Wednesday night co-hosts. What's up, brother?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm rocking the rocking my vest tonight. Thinking I wear it for the
Yeah.
first time tonight.
Love it.
Still a little on the stiff side, so I'm breaking it in.
Hey, and you got to get that baby in mid-season form at the beginning of the season. So keep wearing it. Keep breaking that in, baby.
No, I got to hang it up. I don't have it on a hanger right now either because of that. The shoulders will stay like 1980s shoulder pads on freaking sports coats and tuxedos back then. Jason Downs in the house. What's up, Jason? Rosetown's checking in. Where's the flag? Let's see. I think that's pretty much Wild Hogs activated. Yeah, showing off the cannon. Don't fuck with me. So we'll do a little quick recap on Thursday night's outstanding performance on the football field because that was just top notch, if you ask me. And then we'll talk a little bit about this week's game, and then we'll hit all the highlights of what's coming up for Black Hole events. So go ahead, James. If you want to talk about it, we'll start with you because I know you got a bunch to say. So
let's let Will start because I'm going to be rebutting.
No. Hey, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Hey, I know your complaints. I know you want to go back and forth, but I'm gonna let you start because, bro, I know you need to get it off your chest. You've been grumpy all fucking day, so get it out.
So I'm gonna start.
We get the chat to prove it too. Trust me.
I'm gonna start on a positive note. I'm gonna give you guys who I think were my winners in that preseason game. For me, I think the number one winner in that preseason game, without a doubt, has to be Jamal Adams.
Agree.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. That guy was the best player on the field the entire game. I don't care who you compare him to, he played better than everyone on the team played the entire game. Second winner, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Cam Miller. Cam Miller superiorly, and I mean just in the most superior fashion to me, just outclassed AOC. Considering AOC's been on the roster much longer and has, been around the organization, I kind of expected a little bit better play than what we got. If I'm being honest, AOC's play kind of reminded me a little bit of Nathan Peterman when he was in preseason games. I think that's the closest, I can compare it to. And Cam Miller just came out. He showed a lot of confidence, and he was he was chucking it, man. He was really trying to air it out, and he was really trying to go for it. I mean, if Cam Miller doesn't come out, I don't even think the Raiders end up in a tie. I think we end up in probably at a minimum a 10-point loss, in my opinion. Now I'm going to go to my losers. My losers for that game, I think my number one loser, and I'm getting kind of concerned about him, might be Daniel Carlson. Daniel Carlson, possible concern coming out with his timing, not getting the ball out quite as fast as he should be. Daniel Carlson, I think that block. I mean, I get that they came at him kind of quick, but I think that block is avoidable had he got that kickoff just a bit sooner. I mean, I just don't see. I mean, I understand they came through, but I just don't see how that block happens if Daniel Carlson gets the ball off when he should, in my opinion. Second loser, Ashton Genty, man. 3 carries for -1 yards. I mean, I get that it's only 3 carries, but -1 yards is just, to me, on any stat line, that's just unacceptable. 3 carries, I mean, you could have at least had 2 or 3 yards. I mean, what I'm saying? For me to be a guy watching, right, and we see all this hype before the draft, okay, he comes out with this letter. Oh, you want to draft a guy that they can't tackle. You want to draft a guy that can't tackle. I'm the guy that can't tackle. I'm the guy this. And to end up with -1 yards, to me, is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And now, I will say, to that token, the offensive line did not have its best game either. Okay, the offensive line definitely showed they had some holes. I think JPJ might have a possible lingering injury based off the play that I've seen. But that's all up in the air, right? But like I said, either way you look at it, I mean, -1 yards for me for Ashton Genty is just unacceptable. Regardless of how the offensive line is playing or isn't playing, I just think negative yardage on the stat line is just unacceptable. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to the next person. I'm assuming Jeff's correlating this, so I don't know if Jeff wants to talk or if Will wants to talk.
I want to dispute some of the. Will, do you want to dispute anything that he said? Because I've got a big one.
You know what? I'm actually pretty impressed by some of the stuff he came out with. Not the arguments we've been having. Pretty good job, James. I see you've been doing some research. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna give my man some applause, and then I have some differences, right? So I love the fact that you went with the positive first, right? Positives. Jamal Adams, like you said, absolutely showed that he can play that Will backer. A guy that can play inside, makes tackles, played aggressive, came downhill. I mean, showed clearly that he understands what he needs to do. I hope that he's able to get that around the whole team. Another thing that I did see, the secondary. You know what? They answered a lot of questions for us this time. They came up with turnovers. They didn't, yes, they weren't like this flashy thing that, were getting a ton of turnovers, but we got turnovers. We made plays. We were in certain positions to be okay. They answered a lot of questions for me in that. The third thing that I did see is saying that we can throw the football with Geno. He only had one series. Team looked decent. I'd be like, but there's questions at the wide receiver spot. And I think the kid, the second rounder out of the one that didn't sign, I forget his name at the top of my head. He had a decent game. He showed that he was a decent player. Here's my concerns.
Wait a minute. Who had a decent game? Betch?
He had a decent game. For what I saw. Or was it Bachman? I believe it's Bachman.
You might be thinking Bachman?
Yeah, I might be thinking Bachman.
Yeah, I think you're getting him confused for sure.
Okay, so it's Bachman then. That's the name I was looking at. Okay, so here's the one thing that I didn't see, right? Offensive line, lots of questions. Let's be honest. We didn't get any push up front. We were doing zone blocking schemes. The double teams weren't moving people. We had Ashton Genty making cuts in the backfield. That's really questionable for me. And then again, there's no consistency. We're moving guys from center to guard. We're saying JPJ is going to play guard. We're going to say Meredith is going to play center. Hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Flip them back around where they're more comfortable, in my opinion. And 3, defensive line-wise. Guys, we were not going against their ones. Let's be 100% honest. Our ones went out there, and we got pushed around up front. In football, you cannot win a game if you can't stop the run. Those were my top 3 things, and, both good and bad. But like I said, James had a good thing with Carlson there. I think Carlson will be all right, but it could be a timing thing, or, hey, the trajectory on the ball from 61 yards has to be low. But it might be a timing thing, like James said, where he's just not getting the ball out in time. So, yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
I'm not worried about Carlson. It was late towards the tail end of the game. You're talking guys that aren't normally on kickoffs that are out there. A lot of these are rookie guys trying to make a name for themselves and make a roster. So, yeah, they didn't block worth the shit on that one. So I'm not going to blame him for that. We're not in preseason. Happens week 1 a couple of times. All right, now we got some concern. I got to totally disagree with James on Genty. Now, I wasn't big on getting Genty at first. I would have gone a different route, and I still wish we would have gone a different route because after watching this offensive line, I'm not sold on it, to be honest with you. those were our starting five out there. Whether they were in their normal positions or jumbled around, it's still our starting five offensive linemen that were on the field at the start of that game. And it wasn't good. I mean, there was slight bright spots, but, man, there was more negative takes on things. That's why I don't hold Genty accountable for what happened. I know it was reported, that he said that I'm untackleable, blah, blah, blah. I can make plays and everything. He ain't Barry Sanders. That's about the only running back that could have played in that backfield Thursday night that could have made plays for himself. There ain't nobody else in the history of this league that could have done anything with that offensive line and the protection they were given in the running game. He was only out there for he was out there for 2 series, Genty. Yeah, because he was out there with O'Connell when O'Connell came out. So I'm not giving Genty any shit for this one because the offensive line, as fast as he was getting the handoff, they were already in the backfield. He had no place to run. He had that one little run for 4 yards, and then the other 2 were they shut him down. So I'm not holding him accountable for that. I'm holding accountable is Pete Carroll's son, who's the offensive line coach. They're missing something. And I just watched 805 show with Severe and Chris from Protect the Shield, and they were talking about, JPJ and playing center. And that was the most in-depth I've watched game film on that front line. And I made the comment in there that I'm actually wondering if we're seeing what we're really going to get from JPJ. Like, is there second guessing on him right now that he's not as good as we thought he was?
Well, I think a lot of people want to say that because last year, he's our best offensive lineman, that he's going to come in here and show like he's a Pro Bowler. He's not. Let's be real. He's not a Pro Bowler. Like everybody, that's what they expect. They thought because this guy had a great rookie season and he came in here and he made some strides on a bad offensive line that you're going to come in and be like, oh, yeah, he's going to be a straight up. Nowhere has he made a Pro Bowl. Nowhere has this kid proven that he's something about like in the top of the league. So that's where I think a lot of fans get that mistaken. I think he's a great project. I always said, hey, he got a great base, but that's where you're at, right? You got a great base. You got to improve every year.
Yeah. And is he playing out of position? Is he better served at center? I don't know. With this offensive scheme that they're going to run and everything, we haven't seen it yet. I mean, I don't know if the plan is. Well, actually, the roster. I saw the starting roster came out for this week's game. Let me see. So as of the 12th, which is today, so they still have him at right guard with Kappa backing him up. And they have Meredith at center. Parham still at left guard, Colton Miller, and DJ Glaze. So that's the starting 5 again. It's the same 5 as last week. So, I mean, they're not changing anything up. Everybody's staying in the same position they were last week. So I hope we see an improvement. Because if we're not seeing an improvement already, and these are technically our best 5 offensive linemen, we're in for a rough season. And it's not going to be a fun week 1 in New England if this is the starting 5. Because I don't know if anybody watched the Patriots play the other day, but they look pretty damn good. And we're going to have a hard time with them. I'm telling you right now. That's not going to be the cakewalk that everybody thinks it was going to be. Not with this coaching staff, not with the players that they brought in, and not with the system they're running. A year ago, oh, yeah, we would have crushed them. If we played with this current roster, with this offensive firepower, if we could block right, and the way as bad as they were, there'd be a different situation. But right now, they're clicking. And I know it's only one preseason game, and some people are in a panic, but I just
and I love you, Jeff, but I don't think we would have beat them last year.
Probably not. Not with that
to be honest.
Staff, but I'm talking with this coaching staff and the added players to this roster now. If the Patriots were still the same Patriots from last year, this year, with the same head coach, with Jared Mayo again, and didn't really do as well in the draft, it'd be a different situation. They improved. They improved with their head coach alone. So this week 1 game is not looking as good as I thought it was going to be. This is going to be a tough one. Well, our schedule's looking tougher now, to be honest with you.
And that's where a lot of people have gone, hey, 8-9, 9-8. That's where we were at. A lot of people were saying that. Now they're going 6 wins.
What's up,
You
Wizard
know,
Fox?
James, what are you looking at? I mean, like, do you think now, like,
That's
hey,
what
we had a prediction at the beginning of the year. Where are you looking at now? Like, after 1 week, what has your opinion changed that much? Or are you still waiting to evaluate?
I don't think the first preseason game is rough. It was rough. But I really don't think I'm taking too much from it. Not record wise, at least. I mean, to me, I'm not gonna really start divulging into what I think our actual play is gonna be at the end of the year until I start seeing some regular season football. Personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this much. My record prediction is definitely going to change if we drop the first 2 games of the season back to back. Because to me, both the first 2 games, in my opinion, are going to be for us some of the closest we can get to a give me game as possible. So to me, I think week 1 and 2 are definitely must win games for sure. Especially with Slater being injured, I think week 1 and 2 are, must wins because you're going against fucking McNuggets. So that's a must win just on that notion itself. And then, like I said, week 2, you have the hardball rivalry with Slater out. I mean, are you going to get a better chance of beating the Chargers throughout the entire season, especially when they're fresh? Probably not. That's probably our best shot at guaranteeing a split at the minimum.
And don't forget Andre James at center, so he's unbelievable center for them.
Andre James is center.
Yeah.
Oh man. So,
but I mean, I'm not putting. I know it's preseason, but you got to remember it just scares me when I see what the offensive line look like. And like you said too, Will, about the defense. And I've said this on a few shows since the game now, and I said it I think during the game because you were in there with us watching it.
Yeah.
Along with James, it was sluggish on both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line. The 2 most important aspects of the football game, your trenches, they both look like they were at a snail's pace. And again, going through the motions, like Kuntz and Max, they look like they were just out there for a few snaps, and then they were off the field. You just didn't see that tenacity from Max. It's preseason, I get it, but I mean, Jesus, at least show something.
I'll say this: I agree with you in the whole aspect of there is a lot of times during the, stream or the pod or whatever we want to call it. I don't know what we did, but the watch party. Yeah, watch party. Man, where I was questioning where was the pass rush? Where are the guys up front to make these plays? Why are defensive tackles 7 yards deep? Yes, Tonka Hemingway had a great game individually.
Yeah.
He did a lot of good things, but it takes 3 other guys on the defensive line and a couple linebackers in there, to make some plays, man. I mean, like, it was really, really disappointing to see the Seahawks second team. Okay. And this is where I like the fact that we have to take a step back with Cam Miller. I was praising Cam Miller during the stream. I'll give you 100%. I said, man, he looks good. He looked a lot better than AOC. AOC made a lot of bad mistakes. And absolutely. Well, I'm going to keep it a buck, right? But then when it came out, hey, you know what? Seahawks starters weren't even out there.
No.
So, but that concerns me too, because that means AOC went against the Seahawks third string, and you have 2 turnovers. So that obviously shows that we have a weakness there. Again, those were things where I was just like, man, during the stream, I saw and I'm like, man, you can't have that. Offensive line wise, again, we weren't getting any push. It was bad.
I got something to add to that, Will. I think something else that I think could be a possible concern is our team underperforming with the contract that we paid Geno Smith.
Go ahead. I'm
Because-
interested because he only played. He only had 3 throws.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and what I mean by that, right, is the team underperformed. What I mean is Geno. Let's say Geno plays well. Geno is putting the ball in the right places and doing all these things. But let's just say, maybe receivers just aren't coming down with the ball. They can't catch it, or they can't make the route, or they're not where they need to be. And that is something that potentially worries me, kind of somewhat based off what I saw on Thursday. It seemed like we had times where our wide receivers were just missing the assignment.
Oh, I agree with you, but how is that on Geno though?
No. But I'm not saying. Hold on, hear me out. I'm
Okay.
not saying that's on Geno. What I'm saying is, it would be a shame for us to have paid Geno all this money and for us to underperform as a team because those who Geno's supposed to be getting the ball to cannot securely move the chains. That's what I'm saying.
Agreed. I'd be like, let's be real. Like, it's like you can pay a guy to do his job, and if he does his job, it's the other guys around him, their job they're getting paid to do their job. Horton dropped a couple of passes. Let's be real. He dropped one from Geno, and I'd be like, he caught one. Now, did we see flashes? Absolutely. But if you guys remember him at Tennessee, the big thing from him was what? Dropping the football. He could make big time plays, but the lack of consistency in catching the ball was his biggest weakness. So again, I go back to it and I say, hey, great size, great speed. You see it all. But why haven't we been working on his catching? Maybe timing's off. It's early in the preseason. I'd like to see more evaluation. But I agree with you on that fact that the receivers need to step up and playmakers need to catch the ball.
And one thing I do want to mention too, and Raider Ryan just kind of mentioned it right now too. The first half was definitely extremely sloppy, but when was the last time you saw us come out for the second half and show that we made adjustments and we played a hell of a lot better in the second half? So that's definitely a positive to take away from this, that the team responded to whatever was talked about at halftime, whether it was a hype speech from Pete Carroll or another player or a coach or whatever. They responded because they came out like a different team in the second half, and they played a hell of a lot better for the rest of the game. To the point where we brought it back, tied it up, had a shot at winning it. Didn't happen, but we still made it respectable. We could have just laid down the second half and just been the Raiders of old and not even move the ball, turn it over, do something stupid. But we played. The team went out there, and this is the second and third stringers that were out there doing this too. So these are the guys that are trying to make sure they make this team. So that was impressive in a way. That's a bright spot to take away from that. There wasn't a lot of bright spots from that game. What do you guys think about Cedric Jackson? I know we've talked about Miller already, but he had a connection with Cedric Jackson, who, by the way, I'm sure some people know is the great nephew of Bo Jackson. So what did you guys think of him?
Is he the one that had the 4 receptions for like 70 yards? Is that him?
He's the one that had that long touchdown pass.
Yeah.
From Cam.
Oh yeah. He played well.
So here's my thing, right? Do we know what string what he's going against, right? He did his job. He came in, he did his assignment. He ran his routes well. Man, you see potential, but here's where everybody gets caught up in the numbers, right? 70 yards, 4 catches. Man, if that's their 5th string and he's our 3rd string, wouldn't you expect that? That's where we got to say, hey, he did his job. He ran great routes. We see potential. And I think let's put him in the 2s. Let's put him with the 1s. Let's see what he can do. I'd be like, again, great potential. Another thing with, hey, Cam Miller. 6 for 7. Lots of potential. I'm with you, Jeff. You got to go with the twos and show them and be like, hey, I can make it here. So
Look at God.
a lot of young
Well,
gun potential. That's what I saw.
there's-
And you're right.
There's one thing that
That's
impressed me because I've heard people say this too, like, "Oh, Miller threw a dime to him for that touch." That wasn't a dime. A dime is when your wide receiver is running full tilt and you drop that ball at that exact point where he doesn't have to slow up or he doesn't have to run faster to get to the ball. It's just a perfect pass. That wasn't a perfect pass by Miller because if you watch the replay on that, at least Jackson had enough sense that he had to just take a half a step off of his speed to wait for the ball to get to him. It's just a slight little stutter step, but it was just enough that he realized that he was going to outrun that ball, and then it could have possibly been intercepted. Because if he would have kept running, the defenders probably would have noticed that the ball was any other true top cornerback wouldn't have bit on the pump fake, first of all, because that's what did it. That's what gave him that separation from the corner. Was that pump fake, and it was just enough for him to get ahead of him, but he had to slow just a hair to catch that. But he recognized that, and again, he's not a rookie. This is his third year in the league, or second or third year. Third year, I think this is his third year in the league, Jackson. So it's not like he's a rookie, but he was still smart enough to know that if I keep running, I'm not catching this. I'm going to outrun that. So I'll give him that on a heads up for sure on that. That's a smart play. You might not have seen that with a rookie,
No.
So that's where that football smarts kicks in some cases, But I want to see Ken Miller against the
twos?
higher level defenses.
You want to see him against the twos?
I want to see him against the twos and maybe even the ones. Fuck it, why not? I mean, if we're really going to give this kid a legit shot, why not? Why not put him out there under fire? See what he's got. See how poised he is against, the number ones rushing in on him, especially with that, anemic offensive line right now. That's the only downside. We're going to get the kid killed. We're going to get Geno Smith killed or Genty fucked up with this offensive line if we don't get this shit figured out fast. We're going to lose our quarterback and our running back at this rate if this doesn't get fixed.
Absolutely.
That's the scary part. We could take some damage in preseason that is uncalled for and we don't need. And I think that's a lot of bad drafting and bad free agencies decisions this season too. Where we should have addressed, which is why I say still where we shouldn't have drafted Genty. We should have traded that 6th pick overall, moved back in the first round, gain an extra second round, go for an offensive lineman. But we did what we did. I thought we fixed it, but apparently we didn't. So,
but let's be honest. We can't evaluate this draft until years down the road, and you know this. I mean, like,
I know
we're saying here, and we're going on
out too. You brought in Kappa. Come on.
But hey, Kappa, James, honestly hated Kappa. He hated the move. Kappa? He called the spade a spade and said, this guy, he's just a body to come in here. He's just going to eat up money. I'd be like, we haven't seen anything from him. There's the question, right? Why sign this guy? And what's going on with him? Like, why isn't he out on the field? If you brought him in to be your right guard and now JPJ's playing right guard because Alex Kappa can't hack it, why is he still on the team?
Well, right now he's dealing with broken ribs, so that's why we didn't see him at all Thursday night.
I thought it was bruised ribs.
I heard it was confirmed broken. I think JPJ's got some fucked up ribs too, because that's what in Sunday's press conference, they asked Pete Carroll what's up with Capper, and he said broken or damaged ribs. He didn't really get into it, and then he said JPJ's going through the similar thing too. So I've had broken ribs; they suck. There ain't shit you can do for it. You can't even breathe, and it doesn't, without it hurting. So broken ribs are horrible.
How long does it take to recover from broken ribs?
Up with the people. Depends on what you do to prevent it from doing any more damage. I mean, I broke mine sneezing and coughing at the same time. Cracked it. I heard it. Went and got X-rays, confirmed, and they found that I had broken them before that too. How I did that, I don't know. But yeah, it's painful, and it takes a little bit before it heals. So
Detroit got
Ribs are
to
not
6 weeks.
Is that how long they said? Because I don't remember. It, all I know is it took a while for me, and it fucking hurt.
Oh,
What's up, Leo?
Leo, you are just in time to give
Oh God,
your
what am I in time for?
fucking opinion.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead,
Let's see
Jeff.
who-
Take it away. All that suspense just to give it to Jeff.
yeah. Hey, give us your 3 good points, 3 bad points for the game.
The bad.
He's going to start with the bad. Here, let me start with the bad.
The trenches, they were sloppy as hell on both ends. Like really sloppy. A lot of missed blocks.
What's up, pigs?
On the defense too, not a lot of cohesiveness. There was a lot of like, I'm gonna go do this, but not like working together on the front four. Yeah. Another bad. Let me see another bad. Another bad's got to be fucking. Oh man, just how undisciplined they were. It looks so bad out there, you know. Like I get his preseason, but like Pete been preaching practice, dedication, and all that shit, and they look like so unorganized, big dog. They really did. It looked so bad. It looked ugly. I think that's what looked ugly more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the fact that our starters got their ass whooped by Seattle's second team. Like that's bad, bro. That's bad. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this because I said this earlier about JPJ playing guard now and everything, and I mentioned it in 805 in Chris and Severe's show earlier in the chat. I said, do we think that we've seen the true JPJ? That he's not as good as we think he is, maybe?
I wouldn't say that. I think you have to think about like, remember I asked how this affects him when he thought he was the center. He came in thinking the center, and you're moving him because you want to utilize him somewhere else better. I think this is what happens when you do that. You mess with him, right? You're messing with what he's comfortable with. I mean, obviously he's still a second-year guy, so he's still young. Yeah.
You're messing with his confidence too. That's
that's what I'm saying. You're messing with his
take him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, and you can see Meredith where he struggles with that too. You know, with the center, with being quick to react and being able to lead and things like that. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think what scares me the most is they asked Pete Carroll, "How long is it going to take before you figure out your 5?" And he said, "As long as it takes." Even going into the season, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. If we're still playing fucking shuffle around during the season, I suggest y'all start watching college football and get to know who these top recruits are for next season. Because we're going to have a whole lot of shows about the draft next year again.
Well, and let's be real, we're not set like Bueno just said right now that he's like, hey, saying that's crazy that saying that we've seen the best out of JPJ. We're not saying that you've seen the best out of JPJ.
No, not at all.
We've said, hey, he's a developmental player, but people overhype him. I think Raider Nation was acting like this kid is a Pro Bowler. Like he's been.
I wouldn't say we overhyped him because you saw the difference when he was at center last year. The way the O-line gelled, the way they played better. I know a lot of it had to do with Miller too, but Miller's not really that leader on the line, And I think because we saw that as a rookie, then you only had, I guess, up to God. I never called them like some people were calling him Otto. Where's Jack at? Is Jack in the chat?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
They were calling him Otto and this and that, and like I get it, but I think it's too soon to give up on him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I just want to play this because I played this Monday morning on our show, and for those that haven't heard it, it's kind of scary. It really is in a way.
Is this what I was talking about when he says that?
Yeah. This is a must watch. I'm sorry. Make sure. Let me know if you guys can hear it or not.
Okay, what do you got?
We saw JPJ out there, Jackson Powers Johnson, but he didn't see him practice much. Is he dealing with something?
He got hit in the ribs. He got punched in the ribs and tried to practice with it, and it's just sore. he's fine.
You haven't seen Adam Butler out there for the last 2 days.
He's got a family issue that he's dealing with. He went home.
And I follow up. Geno Smith was seen at the Seahawks game making an obscene gesture, like at a fan with a sign.
Did you see what the sign said?
Yeah, I saw it.
Next question.
I love that part though. That was great. They asked him, "Did you see what the sign said?" And he just jumps to another question.
Yeah. But that's funny. Detroit said Deion Sanders was great, but it's not like he would have been great on the Lions. Let's not forget Deion was great on the Falcons, and the Falcons were trash, bro.
Yeah.
Talk about today. The Lions several penalties on the.
Yeah, we got real sloppy at the end there. That was the moving ball period. And that's what I was talking to him about. That was not a good performance by us at all finishing the day. We had a really good, hard-hitting day. And then we just got real sloppy at the line of scrimmage. It was a bunch of young guys, and we just need to do better with the cadence with them to help them along.
What can you gain out of joint practices when there's not going to be the physicality?
When there's not going to be the physical, it's going to be physical. It'll be a physical practice. We're just not tackling. So it'll be the kind of tempo. They can't practice any harder than we're practicing, but it's just good to just see other people, other schemes, see how we match up, that kind of stuff, and take that information in.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the day really was about the energy of it, and it was good. It was a good day.
Development as an offensive lineman for someone who hasn't played football before.
Yeah, it was important to me to celebrate the fact that he's playing his first football game of his life. And so you see him go out for the coin toss, and just representing the Rooks, with the other veteran captains that were game captains. And the fact that he played in the game and did some positive things, that's a long, long ways to come. Most of us played football when we were 10 years old. He started a couple months ago. And so it was exciting to see him do something and have fun out there. And I saw a little subtle celebration.
Yeah, Locky Tossie.
After
he had a pancake in that game
good
too.
Block, and it's to me, it's a real treasure just to watch him just develop. He's very elusive. He's got real good quickness, natural movement that involves him in the running game and the passing game. And so we're just trying to get enough plays with him so that we can kind of figure out where he is. But he has made really good showing so far.
Or taking this job, and what has he shown you?
I didn't know, man. I saw him on the roster when I looked at the board the first time, and he has really been like kind of the epitome of a great competitor so far. All the way through the lead in, through the OTA sessions and all of that, he always stood out with his effort and his finish and all of that. He's been a kind of a prized part of the special teams because of his attitude and the intensity that he brings. And they showed it in the games. Showed it in the mock game too. Both chances that he's had, he's made a big statement that he's fighting for a place on the team.
Will special teams weigh into not just him, but like a lot of those?
It does weigh in. It just depends by situation, but it is crucially important. Sure.
You play in the practice and you have a lot of penalties. How do you go about cleaning that up?
Well, you get after.
Let me see if I can skip ahead. Hang on.
First off, like we did.
You know where it is.
We have to make ourselves instead of working the defense today. Right.
When you look at your
I was
roster,
like, man, I feel like I'm listening in my car on Spotify right now.
or where there's a lot of competition. Are you happy with how the competition's going? Do you wish there was more? What's your thought process?
No, I'm always looking for more competition, but it is apparent that in all different phases of our team, we have guys that are battling to push to get their spots. We're trying to give them opportunities with the higher group, to show that they can match up and all of that. I mean, it's exactly what this program is all about, and so. The more competitive we can make it, the longer I can keep the competitiveness alive. We don't need to make any big decisions right away. We'll take our time at it and let it continue to factor in. Guys coming into the program,
those starters didn't play like they were competing. Those fools were just chilling.
Guys, take note of that. They know that we're still looking. We're still trying to get this as competitive as we can possibly.
They need to play more on Saturday.
I'm gonna tell you like this too, bro. Does it feel like he's just trying to rush through the questions? I'd be like, he's giving them like answers, but they're really like quick, short, and like to the like. Not as friendly, yeah. And he wasn't as friendly as he was in the other ones.
I don't know, man. Most of the press conferences I've seen with him, he's right and to the point. He doesn't do any of the fluff answers and shit like that. I mean,
I don't know. The whole Wilkins thing, James was right.
I mean, he shut that down fast. Somebody asked him that question, and he just answered it and moved right on. Didn't even bring it up again.
How come you didn't say what happened with JPJ's ribs?
He did at the very beginning. He said it.
Like, how did he? When did he get
punched in the ribs?
No, all he said was that he had bruised ribs, and that's it.
Yeah, from where?
Elaborate. He doesn't say when it happened. He didn't say it happened on this.
I'm surprised James hasn't brought that up because James is one to look into.
He said it at the beginning.
Who?
Pete Carroll. He said it was the first thing he answered.
But
I'm talking about that. Whatever. I'm just saying that. How come no one's concerned about that? Because JPJ has a history of being injured, even at Oregon. That was the knock on him.
Well, that's the reason he didn't play right away.
Concussions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but by who? Right?
And last year he was injured as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm surprised James hasn't gone off on JPJ yet.
He said he got punched in the ribs.
Yeah, that's honestly, what he said.
The JPJ situation is just stupid because I feel like JPJ wants to play center and they pulled him out of center. So it's just it's just dumb. The whole situation as a whole that JPJ is in is just retarded. And I think that's why
they see something that we don't because we don't have the luxury of being there. So
that's why I haven't really commented on it.
Yeah, we saw him on the game. What did we see that made, Meredith is the right choice? He's that much better.
What did we see from JPJ to say that he's that much better on tape?
On guard, yeah.
I'd be like even like just the way that he played. I mean, like literally. There wasn't a guy on there to say, "Hey, like I saw him move a guy." Tell me what play you saw that.
Oh, we did. You should watch the game film they just reviewed.
I just want to say,
but that's like in the second half against the third and fourth stringers.
I just want to point something out. If we're really willing to explore options and try everything, why haven't we seen an experiment with Parham playing center? Because Parham's played center in college before too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand if we're really moving everyone around for the best fit. Why?
Well, it's not really.
Why haven't we tried that? You know,
yeah,
it's your interior lineman.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a question too. Here's my thing. Like James is saying, we're juggling guys around. Okay, usually your left guard is your more athletic guard because he's your pulling guard. Because usually you run to the right. You know, your right tackle's a mauler.
That's what Parham's playing.
Well, are you saying that Parham is more athletic than JPJ?
I will say as much shit as I gave Parham last year, one of the few times I did give him a lot of credit was when he was pulling from the right side and he looked damn good. And he was quick because he doesn't weigh as much either, so he's a little bit lighter on his feet. He did when he pulled last year, it looked not impressive, but it looked good.
Who?
Parham.
Yeah, that's the one thing he does. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Parham's problem before was when he would have to stay set, he'd get pushed back. He didn't have enough ass for that.
Pushed back, he gets too high out of his stance right away. So he ends up
he gets pushed back.
He gets off center.
Yeah,
he gets off his center balance.
But he looks like he's cleaned that up a bit. And did you hear that he's always been that weight? That it wasn't just recent. That he's been that way for a while. But it was wrong last year or something like that. Really? I was like, bro, he looks bigger this year though.
He does look bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But hey, you remember when I brought Lincoln Kennedy on the show? That's one thing he said, Cheeto, is we're light in the ass.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Super light in the ass, and that was a big concern.
Even with Jackson, Jackson's only how old? 22, something like that.
Yeah, so he's not even in his full-grown man body.
No, he's not yet. Yeah.
At the goal line, there were some guys out there that may not make this team, and your starters are cheering like the Raiderettes. I mean, is that what you're talking about when you're looking for competition?
That is true.
You got starters on there rooting guys that may not even make the
team.
That's the
let me give you a statement. Would be if you want to play on a great team, you need to be a great teammate. And being a great teammate is given to the guys that you play.
Seattle used to do that,
and feeling that responsibility. Yeah. And so they're demonstrating that while they have their opportunities, and it just feeds off one another. And we need to continue to call for it and until they feel it and they embrace it and it's theirs. And so that's what we're working at gaining.
Yeah.
Position to making decisions. How quickly do you feel like you need to figure out who the starting five is going to be?
This is it right here.
What was the
The starting five for the offensive line. Like, when are you guys going to have to make a decision? Do you feel like there's any time?
No, we got a long time. We got a month before we start playing real games, and maybe we don't figure it out by the start of the season, and we'll rotate.
That scares the shit out of me.
That's bad, bro.
I don't
we did
like
that shit when we had Josh McDaniels. You remember?
Yeah.
When we had Josh McDaniels and he was shuffling during the fucking season. They're in the game. He was fucking moving people around, bro.
Yeah, I did. When you're talking about because that's what he talks about next. When you talk about rotating your offensive linemen through, that's not good. Because for two reasons. One, that creates confusion and the continuity is not there. You can do that on the defense because your defensive line guys are more spread out. Those 5 guys work so tight with each other and have to be on the same page. And you all of a sudden, your center's got the left guard next to him the whole game long. All of a sudden, now we're going to swap out and we're going to put someone else in there at left guard. Now you have to remember that guy's tendencies. You have to remember if that guy can do certain things that is being called. Same thing if you got on your right. So when you're center, you got to worry about both guys on your side. And if they keep swapping these guys out all game long, that's not good. That fucks with consistency.
Well, they haven't swapped them because it's still Meredith.
No, but that's what he talks about. You'll see it.
Yeah.
He talks about it. Hang on, I'll finish this. But that scares the shit out of me if they're thinking about not.
The
even
only
having
one they're
a
swapping
step
right
on.
now is JPJ.
Yeah.
No, it just needs to declare when it declares, but it's good for all of us. It's good for those guys to be battling and no one looking around and saying somebody else is going to take my spot if I don't play well on every play that I get.
I get that part.
That's the mentality we're looking for.
Money Chuck.
Hey, your boy's here, James.
He's
Fuck you, Money Chuck.
No.
Yeah, bro. Didn't even say nothing. You're already coming in hot. God damn, bro.
Fuck Money Chuck.
All right. Hey, somebody mute James right now.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I'll finish this video.
he's definitely a physical football player, and at the guard spot, playing next to Jordan, it showed up, and it seemed to be a bit of a factor. We need consistency. We need those guys working together. Jordan's coming a long way at the center spot, but he played a really solid game right out of the chute. So you notice that we played him a lot, and we played almost, I think, at halftime.
Where's the BS
that
button?
was to just give him
Right.
enough reps
Solid
so that we could
wear,
have
bro.
film and that we could work from. Same with JPJ.
It's your first day of school, but what are you still learning this season?
What am I still learning?
Learning new?
I guess that was pretty much it.
So let me hit you with this, right, Jeff? We talked about moving the interior guys, and I'll give you a coach's perspective on that, right? You want your guys to have
Pay attention, James.
Here we go.
You want to have guys that can play multiple positions on the offensive line, especially if you don't believe you have depth, correct? So you have to give them reps in different spots in order for them to learn. Now, I'm with you there where you're saying, hey, man, we need to find the first 5 and then find out where you can play. You know,
Thank you.
now I could say this is where we all have problems with it. I have a problem with it as well. You have to have your first 5 solidified and say, this is what we're rolling with, and this is exactly where they play best at. You know, not, hey, you know, because if Alex Kappa isn't here, we're going to put Tommy over here because that's his second best position. No, just let the guys play at their best position and then fill in. Right?
Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
my
Diesel.
main. That's my thing with that.
No, and I with you. Totally agree. I think it should be. I get having the versatile. I love that they've been doing that. They got guys that play multiple positions. I like that. Even from guard to tackle. Like that's such a huge, thing you can have when injuries start to happen. But before you do that, can we come up with the starting 5 first?
Yeah.
Can we
Before
come
the
up with
season
that?
starts?
Yeah.
'Cause
Before
I'm
we go to
sorry.
New England? Like
Yeah,
what the
because
fuck?
if we go to New England and we still don't know up until the kickoff who our starting 5 is going to be, I don't have a lot of hope for that game.
We
And I'm
should
gonna be
know
fucking here.
by Saturday. It should already been known.
Yeah.
By the second
I feel
preseason.
bad for you guys spending all that money coming out here and you don't even know what the hell's going to be on the field.
Oh, I feel bad all the time you're wasting planning the stupid party only to get our ass kicked.
Wow.
God, it feels good, I fucker.
Look at him now. He's like, damn. I just stay quiet over here. Just sit in my corner.
I appreciate you, brother. Welcome. Fuck you all.
Go take a sip of the coffee. Take a sip of the coffee and come back.
The coffee. Yeah, no, and I think that's the part that's troubling, bro. That worrisome. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe when we play the 49ers on Saturday, they play a whole quarter and you see a whole nother fucking side of it. And then at that point, we're like, my bad, Pete. You know, like shit. Do your thing.
And I think you are, and I'm going to tell you, you are going to see differences on the defensive line. I think Booker will be getting starting reps.
Yeah.
And that kid made, him and Tonka Hemingway will probably play inside together.
Yeah, Tonka looked good too.
And you'll see some like them in tandem, right? But again, we go back to saying, man, the two questions, really big questions, are on the interior lines, both defensive line and offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like that. That's where the game is really going to be played.
That was the guy at the draft right there, man. Willie Lampkin.
Sweet feet Lampkin. Can we send Tyree to like the Canadian League? Or is there a farm system we can ship him off to like they do in baseball?
I thought people were saying he had a good game against Seattle. What happened to that?
No, he didn't. Trust me. I watched their game film tonight, man, and they opened my eyes big time. And
that's what I tell people. There's watching the game, and then when you dissect the film and actually see more than one player that wows you, you're
that's
like, oh,
why
shit.
I love watching this show because they caught things, or I caught things tonight that I didn't get to pay attention to during the game. And Tyree, oh good God, like one of the things you brought up, he telegraphs what the play is going to be. Like if he's going to do a stunt, he gets in a 4-point kind of stance where his hands are like this far off the ground, where he's just hunched over. Like I made the comment, I'm like, I've coached kids in flag football that have better stances than him, and they just started playing. This fucker's been playing for 3 years and 30.
Tyree's problem was that he went in high school and college being the stronger, bigger guy that he could manhandle people, and then he got to the NFL where you can't do that shit no more. Very few people have been able to do that in the NFL to other.
Can we be real here, bro? He was drafted in a spot where he shouldn't have been drafted.
No.
After an injured player that was playing in a division where you're right, he was the biggest, the strongest. And when you come in and you're not the biggest, the strongest anymore, that means you have to have technique. And he had zero technique, zero get up off the ball. I'd be like, what Jeff says, the reason that you put a guy like that in the 4-point stance is because he can't get low enough.
Yeah.
Because he's so the funny tall part that his leverage is off.
People talk about size, measurable strength in schools. You guys remember when we drafted Khalil Mack out of Buffalo?
Yeah.
Right? No name fucking school, right?
Barely
like
even
when
knew
you
about
have
that
the
college
skills
until he got drafted. I never even heard of them.
Oh, what, Buffalo?
Yeah, never really. I always knew about Boise because of the blue field. That was always a big thing. That was the gimmick.
I had a friend who played in that league of college football players. And he was telling me, like, bro, he's too light. He's not going to do it. There's no way. And then fucking Khalil Mack, the rookie year. Bro, when you have the work ethic, the skills, the tools, and that's what Kyrie relied too much on his physical ability. That's why the whole measurable shit, like, that's why I don't buy into it all the time.
No,
honestly.
Look at Max, where he came from.
Max,
he didn't come from a big name.
Too lanky, right? Too lanky. Fucking,
Like when you saw him the day, like when we drafted him and then he first showed up and you look at him and go,
he 805.
Was he
we should just rotate our QBs while we're at it. 2 reps each, keep it rotating. Super Bowl, here we come. Right?
But let's be real. Where Max was drafted, he was drafted on potential. You saw the frame, you saw the ability, and your coach goes like, yo, I can put the weight on.
You don't draft due to number 7 on potential.
Yeah. And that's
Hey, money, Chuck. It's Raider wheel, not razor wheel.
Well, I'm a razor today, bro. I'm cutting through you like slices.
Motherfuckers, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, and your fucking -1 yard Ashton Genty jersey.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
3 carries, James.
I want James. Go back to the film. James, go back to the film. Back to the film and tell me what play he was supposed to bust the play open. And show me where.
There's one. I think
you feel like he could have busted one open?
There was one, but I don't know. The way they ran the play, he was following into the hole on the right? And I forgot who I was talking to, and it might have been my other group. And I said if Barry Sanders would have saw the left, he would have cut back and went left. But that's Barry Sanders. Right?
Barry Sanders. Because this man said Barry Sanders.
Yeah, but I saw Ashton just focus on that, and the hole was there, but the lineman couldn't hold his block, and then that's when they got him.
Ashton Genty runs like when I used to play Madden on my PS2 as a fucking 5-year-old.
Oh wow!
You mean how you run now? Probably.
I was running in the fucking wrong direction.
See, I don't hate. James is not just being a hater, bro. And I'm not even like I wasn't even the biggest fan of drafting.
Dude, like, and Leo just proved what I said earlier. There's only one running back that could have had any type of production in that game Thursday night, and it would have been Barry Sanders. No one else.
And even then, that's funny when people say that, because if you watch Barry, and I watched majority all his games, if I missed one, I'm shocked. But there were times that motherfucker ran backward and lost yards.
Gent,
you know, he had a game where he finished with negative 1 yard.
Yeah,
and he still rushed for 2,000 yards this season.
Genty gave me Alexander Madison vibes.
You don't even know. They're different runners, bro.
Dog shit.
This is why Will gets on you about understanding football.
No.
Alexander Madison, not Madden, James.
No. Alexander Madison gets stuck behind the fucking line of scrimmage. What did fucking
about
do? Got stuck behind the line of scrimmage.
I want you to show me I want you to go back and I want you to break down film. Go back, break down film.
Yes, Jason.
Circle a play. I want you to record it, and I want you to be like, you know what? This is exactly the play I'm talking about. So that way we know what you're talking about. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, you've been sipping on that scissor a little bit too much. Probably smoky on that smoky, all smoky tobacco. Hey, calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
You're starting to sound like Private Pile right now.
Hey, and did you guys also see the thing where they asked Pete about our playbook?
He's keeping it simple. He's not making it come.
We won't see the offense, according to Pete, until week 1.
Will knows the history of the Raiders best because he sells it as pawn shop. Fucking chumly looking ass motherfucker.
Bro, you're the one that was complaining that Derek Carr wasn't in the book before it came out. Before he even retired.
Dude, that makes
so
no
calm
sense.
down, historian.
Did he really say that?
Derek Carr not being in the book.
I'm so glad I wasn't here when he said that shit. Oh my god.
No, not
Bro,
tonight.
he was complaining that Derek Carr was not in the book for the season ticket holders because he said that he should have been in there already. This is why Baby DC needs to stay off the mic sometimes.
It doesn't make any sense. How are you going to put every single quarterback besides your franchise record holder fucking damn near
He hadn't retired yet.
He hadn't retired yet, bro. They made these tickets for this season. Y'all are so sensitive when it comes to this dude. Just, you know what? Build the church of Derek Carr in your backyard since you have no grass. Build the church there and fucking just worship it and have your own book, big guy.
Hey, right now, I'm going to tell you like this. I want to see out of the 27 people that are watching this, I want you to put a message down there that you wanted DC in the book. I want to see how many people respond.
Now, I get why people say they wanted him in there, but
this is coming from Will, the Ashton Genty Glazer.
Oh my God!
For those who don't know, Ashton Will is the official Ashton Genty Glazer.
He's not the only one, bro. There was entire.
You can catch Will. You can catch Will.
When did I say? Hey,
you can catch Will glazing Ashton Genty and his fucking glizzy at fucking Krispy Kreme any day of the week.
Just so y'all know, James has been using this joke for the same fucking joke for a week now.
Yeah,
that's why we're not laughing. Not because he's not funny. It was funny the first time. But this has been the same.
Hey, he gets the business all week long, bro. I'm
Jack
gonna let him have his
season
glory.
ticket book.
Hey, this is the joke that he's been selling for a week now.
Yeah.
I'll be like, let him go. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah,
Hey,
you've been glazing Ashton
James.
Jensen like he's the last
like
donut on
Jason.
earth.
Jason has a good point because even if he did have, say, 25 yards, I would say the same thing if he had 25 yards. It was still too soon to say, oh, that's the guy we wanted. Because it was only 3 carries, it's only one. You're going to have to wait and see. A running back, it's one of those people you have to give them the ball multiple times.
No,
They
he
start
had to
feel
carry
the
20
groove
to
of the
25
game.
times to get in.
Well,
the groove
I
of the
love
game.
Bo Jackson, but do you think he averaged 50 yards a carry?
No. But hey, that's the only ones that people remember.
Yeah, man.
You know, let's be real. They don't remember when they lose yardage. Everybody goes like, "Oh, Marcus Allen when he had that big touchdown run in the Super Bowl." Hey, nobody remembers when he went -1.
That's another point, DJ. Of those runs, the O-line was getting beat off the snap. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm waiting for James. Go ahead, bro. Show us the film.
I said that earlier too. I said as soon as he was getting the handoff, they were already in the backfield with him.
He made one guy miss. You saw that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that spin move.
If not, it would have been -3 yards, not -1.
James, I just want to ask you, your hat, does it say
Yeah.
Bang Bang Raider Gang on the top of it?
No,
Yeah,
no.
what was up? What was up with that girl? I know.
I don't know, man, but that was fucking hilarious.
The Raider gang that's the one Jesse sells, right? Raider Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah, Raider Jesse sells those. Yeah. He's from the Bay.
I saw that was funny.
Yeah, but I saw the girl who said that the Bang Bang Raider gang. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was funny. She was on I forgot what media outlet it was. Yeah.
He said, I forgot. I think it was like NFL Network or something like that, or
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, for those of you who don't know, Will has been wearing his Ashton Genty jersey for
Here we
4
go.
weeks and has
See?
not watched it one time. That's how bad he's glazing
James.
Ashton Genty. He's got
James,
the shit
you literally
preserved on
were
fucking
giving me shit
cornstarch.
because I didn't have it on. Now I put it on, and then there you go.
Well, you put it on after I told you looked like the fat fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Then. I guess we beat the shit out of Thursday night's game against Seattle. So what do you guys expect in this?
Well, I did like what I saw out of Jamal Adams. I'll say that he's the only one that knows how to fucking tackle.
I think we all agree on that.
All right, what you think?
Before you
You
came
know
in,
what?
we talked about what we agreed.
I was going to ask you guys
since
since you're older, man. And I think Thurman Thomas, because I watched Hard Knocks today, and the Bills had just gone on their first day of Pats, and Thurman Thomas was telling them that back in the day, this would have been like day 12 of Pats by now, because of the player associations, the new rules, and I think that's what we're starting to see on the field now. That's why you see the
this is touch football.
Yeah,
This is
it's
touch
so
football.
different now the way they practice compared to how those fools used to practice.
I got a question for you, Leo.
Hmm.
In reference to the game, and this was a common flip flop between the three of us. What do you think? What do you feel? How do you feel about Daniel Carlson's performance?
I mean, I know we call him Money Carlson, but I think this is the point where I say why we need to stop glorifying our kickers.
Are you starting to grow a little bit of concern for Daniel Carlson? Because I grew a lot of concern after
I wouldn't
the
say
block.
concern. Because I mean, when you think about his history, it's like Jason was saying earlier, you can't base it off one game, right?
I think my problem with Carlson, right? And I'll relate it to the game. As we've had our most recent seasons, it seems like Carlson has had more just misses as the years have progressed compared to when prior. I remember when prior we had like a good 3-year stretch with Carlson where I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna make it. Yeah, he's gonna make it, and he was making everything anywhere. It didn't matter what the hell the weather condition was. He was making it. Whereas we've kind of come to this point where we've even seen him miss some even in indoor stadiums with a dome.
The only game I can remember where it affected the game really was the Kansas City game last year on the Amazon one. That was the one I remember where he made his kicks and Jeff blamed himself for jinxing it that day. Because I think we did a live watch and he was saying how automatic Carlson was and he fucking missed. But other than that, I don't think it's been like, oh, fuck Carlson. We lost the game because of Carlson. I can remember him winning more than losing them. Yeah.
So
Yeah, we had the week before the Wednesday before on the Raider Connection, we were previewing that game, and I talked up the kickers, and then he missed.
You need
three
to stop
field
talking
goals.
up the kickers.
And then the following Wednesday night, I showed up with a paper bag on my face because I didn't want to be seen in public with these guys because I was embarrassed.
Yeah, he
wasn't
was
allowed
talking
to-
about how, and that was going to be the X factor, how we beat the Chiefs. Was our kicking game.
Can
Yep,
you
that was,
be
that was
real?
my X factor in the game.
Yeah.
And
You know-
I totally shit the bed on it.
Hey, but let's be real, guys. When Carlson came over,
He was.
He had-
wasn't. Yeah.
he's had issues.
Yeah.
he
that's
had
true.
kicking issues.
Mhm.
Now he's come to get some consistency on our team.
Mhm.
The one that got blocked was 60-something yards. The trajectory of the
Correct.
ball has to be low. James, I think, hit it on the head where he's like, "Hey, man,
I'm not.
you know what? The timing was off."
Yeah.
And on that one punt or on that one kickoff point after freaking field goal that he missed, that was 50-something yards.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, let's be real. They rushed in there.
I did notice that it was rushed. Yeah.
It was rushed. It was a practice for the 2-minute drill with no timeouts. It's your first preseason game. Bro, you're gonna freaking have issues.
The one thing I will say about Carlson is the new rule. Did you guys catch that during the game? How if you kick it inside from inside the 20, you get it to bounce in, and then in the end zone, you get it at the 20 instead of the 35. And Carlson did that shit twice. So he's mastering how to fucking get the most out of these new kickoff rules, which is huge. Because most people, you let him kick it end zone, ball at the 35, but because he got it to bounce before, and then it went in, I was like, oh shit, look at Carlson. Like, that's huge. Started at the 20, not the 35. Yeah.
Raiders. Salute, Dre Dog.
I finally saw that interview, the speech. I mean,
It was good. It was a good speech.
yeah, I was surprised he mentioned the Raiders as much as he did.
Well, because he's a big part of it now. So
Now,
I mean,
yeah. But I grew up watching him as an Eagle. That's why I said. So
Well,
I
yeah,
always
he's
thought of
been-
him as an Eagle, and we got him.
His last
after.
4 years were with us. So
Yeah.
That
Because remember
short-
during that time we got a lot of players. Then we got Rod Woodson, we got
Yep.
Eric Allen. Yeah,
because it was him and
Shoot.
Woodson in the secondary.
we had
We actually
Rice, we
had
had
a-
Roger Craig, we had Ronnie Lott. Jesus Christ.
We had some names back in the day.
Yeah, but they were like stars on another squad. But yeah, real talk. 805 was not a big fan. Not that he was not a fan of Genty. I'm not a fan of taking him at 6. Yeah,
I think again we went and we evaluated and we said, hey, every one of us said, hey, move back. Hey, even James, bro. I told James last time, I gave him credit. He said, hey, you know what? We had a talk where we moved back, and he traded with Seattle in a mock draft and got a ton of picks at 17.
I think
To move back to 17.
it feels different too when you see the players you did want. Like a lot of us like Trevion Henderson, right? And you saw the game he had. Granted, it was a preseason game, but you're like, fuck. See, we still could have got a dynamic running back later on in the draft and addressed the O-line more. Like
But
a
is
lot
this
of
the
them.
overreaction? Is this the overreaction that Raider Nation does after game one?
Oh, bro, if people overreacting over Lucky Tassi, and he had a great game. They want to make him the starter already. I'm like, whoa, slow you roll. Like, this kid's only played football. Like,
Are you
Well,
kidding me?
it's like the Cam Miller thing.
Since Thursday, I've had some of the people in the chat, and not the regulars, some other people, saying that we should cut Aiden O'Connell now or trade him away and put Miller in as our number 2. But yet
We
they
should.
couldn't- Yeah, okay, all right, fine, we do that. Number 3 quarterback.
Hey, my question is this.
What are you going to do
Hey.
for a third quarterback? You're going to go into the season with just Cam Miller as the backup and no one else?
I mean, having Aiden is not really like having anyone there anyway. So, but.
So,
We got the other quarterback that's a wide receiver.
I'm going to ask you this. Jeff, if a team called
Kobe
you up
Myers.
right now, and offered you a 3rd or 4th round pick for AOC.
Do it.
Wait, hey,
That seems
hey,
stupid.
this is, I got you. I'm asking Jeff because Jeff, I know that you are a diehard AOC guy. I
It has
seen you
nothing to
back.
do with
We've
that.
had
It's
these
the-
chats.
It's the smarts to know that you can't get rid of him right now because you got no viable, definite
But
backup.
I
right
mean,
now.
like-
You're going to trust Cam Miller after one game?
You're gonna
Against the
try
number
it.
threes
Hey,
and
you're gonna
fours?
trust AOC. What has AOC shown you to say, hey, he's gonna be more consistent than Cam Miller? And
I
we've
saw
had this
more
guy for-
upside in one game than I have in 17 out of that other month.
Okay.
By the way, this is Jeff as a fan of AOC.
Well, I better be back in high school because I haven't had hair since '97.
If you know, you know. Jeff,
But Mason Graham got taken, Kenna. Graham wasn't available, bro. Graham wasn't available.
I'm just telling you, like Jeff, if I offered you a 4th round pick, would you take it? Would you say, hey, you know
But
what?
even then, that's
This
too
is
much.
top value for
get
him.
a 4th for him.
I'm not saying, hey, I'm saying you might. You never know. Somebody might be sipping
Well, I mean,
on
we
the
can't
juice.
say a 4th. That's like making fun of James when he says go get Micah for Tyree and Kuntz.
Yeah, I mean, that's
not
Okay,
realistic.
it's going to be a fifth or a 6th round pick.
not with no viable, definite backup right now. I'm not going to trust Cam Miller with this team. If God forbid, Gino
You're not.
goes down.
Gino's a
But you're going to trust AOC. What has he done to prove that you're going to trust AOC with the
A
team?
lot more
2
experience
turnovers.
right now.
2 turnovers.
But again, you're putting so much faith in a guy that started the
I'm not
last.
putting faith.
Hold on. You had your turn. The last 9 minutes of the 4th quarter.
You were
is all he
so
played.
blind, man.
9 minutes of the 4th quarter, and
Let me
you're
ask you a
saying that
question,
he's
Jeff.
enough that he could be a backup immediately. You've
Let
got
me
that
ask you
much
a
faith
question,
in him. We haven't even seen him against
Give me-
higher caliber talent like the number 2s, or even possibly some of the 1s. You put him out there and he plays like he did last week against the 1s and the 2s. Okay, I'll change my opinion. But as of right now, hell no.
Okay,
I would
hold on.
trust
First
AOC
off,
still over him right now.
I want to start off by saying AOC is a clear disgrace to the number 12 in a Raiders jersey.
Damn.
We'll start with that.
Damn.
No, because
We'll
Ty
start-
Maranovich wore it.
We'll start with that. Okay. Jeff, give me one great thing that AOC can do if he's compared to Desmond Ridder in a Raider uniform. I don't see much difference. Desmond Ritter's actually more mobile than AOC.
It has nothing to do with just the mobility. It's just being able to.
They both
command
played on the
and
team
run
last
the
season.
offense.
Command Dante Thornton was beating his man by 3 or 4 fucking steps.
Oh yeah, because every other quarterback is absolutely perfect. Geno Smith.
I'm not even telling you have to be perfect. The mere fact
That's
that he
what you were playing.
underthrew this motherfucker.
So what? It was a bad
Underthrew him.
throw. I'm not sticking up for the guy. It's just being common sense. You can't get rid of a guy
That's
when you don't have anybody else to take his place at the time. You're gonna trust Cam Miller after one game of playing 9 minutes.
Yes.
Yo.
And underthrew the guy because Jackson still had to slow down to catch that ball, and then he would have overran the.
But he had to come back 4 fucking yards.
Jeff, you still haven't answered my question. What has AOC done to prove to you that he's a better
games
quarterback
and won
than
it,
Cam Miller right now?
He's won games in the NFL. Miller hasn't. Miller didn't bring us back and won. He didn't win, and it was preseason. He hasn't played in an NFL caliber game like at the full speed of an NFL game yet.
And even when Aiden has, when has he
That's why I
excelled?
would trust him as a backup.
What has
right
he
now.
shown during these
I'm not
NFL
expecting
games?
You guys shut the fuck up. I'm not saying that he's going to be the starter. I'm saying he's a definite backup.
No.
Over Miller. You guys are
I
going
just want to
nuts over
highlight
a guy that
before
plays
you bring
9
it up,
minutes.
Jeff. I just want to bring it up before you bring this game up, Jeff. When Aiden O'Connell was playing and they beat the Chiefs, Aiden O'Connell didn't score a fucking thing.
That was
Zeus.
Zeus.
Second time when they almost beat
That
him,
was
though.
Zeus.
I want to point that out. I want to point that out before we bring up how great AOC is.
I'm not saying he's
AOC
great.
is
He's
the
good as
same
a backup
guy
right
who
now.
saw
We'll
grab the
see what
football
happens
and throw it into the fucking floor in the middle of fucking
you guys
Los
are
Angeles.
I don't think he's that good of a backup that you can say
He's better
risk
than anything
losing
else
a
we
great
got.
backup.
Well,
Yeah.
let's trade him away and we'll move Tommy Millard up as the number 3 quarterback. Yeah, that'll work. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Tommy Millard's not even going to make the team. He's going to get.
Yeah, well, I think Jacoby Myers.
I think he'll
throws
make
up
it on
better
special
fucking-
teams. Yeah.
I think Jacoby Myers
he's
throws
dead
a prettier
last.
touchdown
He's
pass.
doing a punt and kick return right now. He's not
Yeah.
even anything right now. He fucked up last week. He's not gonna make it. I'm telling you.
Jacoby Myers throws a better touchdown pass than AOC.
Jacoby was an emergency quarterback a couple times.
He was.
Yeah.
And he throws a way better spiral than AOC does.
I'm just saying, 53-man roster,
Defending the guy as a
limited.
starter. Just as
You're
a
gonna-
backup for now. Jesus Christ, you guys are taking everything way out of context.
No. We're talking backup status.
Backup.
For
I'm
me,
saying as a backup.
I'm talking backup status. Nobody
too.
said starter. Ain't
Look.
nobody smoking dope out here and saying
I
like,
brought
yo,
up. I
these guys are going to be a
compared
starter.
him to a backup. I compared him to Desmond Ritter. You didn't give me no differences that made him better than Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, and the reason, Jeff, like,
I'd rather have Marcus Mariota as a backup.
I don't disagree.
I think Jeff's
I
muted.
don't. So
Cleveland's got like 5 quarterbacks. Go grab one of those dudes. I'd rather have them as a fucking backup.
my issue with this is that, again, I go and I say, hey, yes, I get it that he's won games in the past. He's been a quarterback and he's won a couple games.
Look, he's muted. Jeff, you're muted. And Mike's
Jeff,
off.
No,
you're
he's not
muted.
muted. His mic is off.
He got so mad he yanked it off the chain.
Okay,
He was saying AOC QB1.
That's not true. They don't have to look similar.
Mike wasn't muted.
Your QB2
Well-
does not have to look similar to
Can
your
you hear me?
QB1. Yeah.
I can hear you
Now
now.
we can. Yeah.
Well,
You
no,
asked me
yeah.
what-
Who said that?
You wanted
QB2
to
could be
get
totally
Ritter
different from
shut up.
QB1. It
Nah,
doesn't
man.
matter.
Yeah.
You
It doesn't
asked
matter.
me, what has he done that Ritter hasn't? He's won games. Ritter hasn't.
Ritter
Ritter has won games.
Ritter's
Ritter
won
has
games.
won games in Atlanta, buddy.
Yeah, how many? How many?
Let's hold on. Let's fact check.
How many? Hey, how many has AOC won?
More than Ritter.
Out of that 17,
How many did he win?
same
we said-
offense. Are you telling me that Joe Burrow's backup is exactly like him?
Okay.
Are you
So
telling me
check
that
this out.
Jared Allen's backup is exactly like him?
Aiden O'Connell
Josh Allen?
has
Who's
won
saying
7
that?
games as a starter.
No,
That's
bro. That
horrible.
man, he's saying that the QB2 has to be exactly like your
No,
QB.
no. And there's where people, hell no. Hey, and this is where guys are
It's completely different. They have to adapt the playbook to them sometimes.
correct.
Yeah, it
Correct.
doesn't have to be the same.
Hey,
Remember,
hey,
this
hold
is
on,
the same
hold
guy
on,
who
hold on,
said
hold
that
on.
Andy Reid wasn't one of the greatest coaches.
Hold on. I'm ready, Jeff. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this.
Hurry
Aiden
up.
O'Connell has only won 7 games as a starter.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Do you know how many
Ritter?
games Desmond Ritter has won as a starter?
How many?
15.
8.
Okay.
Hey,
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
and I'm not gonna. And here's the thing: like
How
we're
do we
not
get
saying.
Desmond Ritter out of this? We're not even talking about Desmond Ritter. He's not even on the
He
fucking roster.
was a backup. He could be a viable backup for the Raiders if ALC's out.
With somebody else. What the fuck's the difference? Well, I don't get it.
You said your argument was that Cam Miller hasn't won games. So I brought you a viable backup that's won NFL games. Desmond Ritter. Jeff is
I get
speechless.
it. People like the kid.
I
He
didn't
was
even
a
hear
fourth
him.
rounder. He played 10 years in college. Like, yeah, you wanted him.
You're just college.
It's been 17 fucking games, bro. He can't get it. The same problems that he has keep showing up.
Why are
And
you
it
keep
showed up.
pushing this on me? This is not what I'm saying. You guys are
Mhm.
totally out of whack here.
Mind you,
fuck?
7 games of Aiden O'Connell winning is between like 2 seasons. I just want to throw that out there. That's between like 2 seasons.
So
But he wasn't drafted to come in to be the. Ritter was drafted to be the starter over there. He was drafted to be the next coming of the next guy. Aaron O'Connell wasn't. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Are you
was
sure?
there first.
I thought that's what
Whoa.
Ziegler and
Once
them
he was
drafted
brought
him
in.
for. Because y'all used to say he was our future.
I thought
Aiden
potentially-
O'Connell was supposed to be the Aiden O'Connell was supposed to be baby DC. Argue it.
What did you say?
Aiden O'Connell was supposed to be baby DC.
no, dude. That was pushed on him, bro. That was
pushed on
Josh McDaniels
Yeah.
being a douchebag and like trying to stick it to Derek Carr when he got rid of him, and
Yeah,
like,
that was never
put
supposed to be
Favre
the case.
out there because he thought that Favre was going to be the next Tom Brady.
Yeah. Josh McDaniels did anyway.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, man, I'm like, I agree with you, Leo. Like, a lot of people fell in love with the potential of this kid being something like coming out and being a fourth rounder, showing that he's like, you know what? And
That he was
I
tough.
agree with
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
that it's tough that he's come into the league and that he's had a bunch of offensive coordinators and a lot of change, etc. But, bro, you still got to produce.
All right, chat. Let's do this. Let's ask the chat.
Taking everything in the wrong
Chat.
direction. About
Chat,
2
I know you
seconds,
guys
get
here.
No, all you asked us is we were willing to let Cam take
Comment.
over Aiden. Our
Chat.
answer was yes, we are.
If you guys have an opinion, chat, go
After
ahead and
4
comment.
minutes.
Go ahead and comment
Yes,
what you guys
because
think
that's how
QB1
badly
will
we
be.
think or where Aiden O'Connell has leveled out.
We know QB1 is going to be Geno
I'm
Smith.
telling you, if you-
Comment
Will,
your
shut up.
QB2
I'm
and
not listening.
QB3.
I mean, not Will.
Let us know where they're at.
Whatever your name is on the other end. If he does what he did the other night against the ones and the twos, then I'll readjust that.
So after 2 games is a big difference than one?
Dude, he played 9 fucking minutes and not even the full 9 minutes. He was out there for a few minutes on offense. Defense came back out. He
With
came
2
back out.
turnovers. 2 turnovers in 9 minutes?
No,
Let's talk about Cam.
He's talking about Cam. Hey, my question is this,
I
though.
mean, he's not even paying attention. So you guys are taking everything out of context that I'm saying.
We're not. You asked us a
I
simple
know.
question, and we said yes, we're ready for Cam.
Hey, here's my thing, right? In
You
those
think
9
we
minutes,
shouldn't be after 1 game, and we're telling you why we're ready to.
You haven't seen enough of him. How can you make that decision right
Hey,
now?
Because we've seen enough of 12. That's the part you're not getting.
It's not even that. Again,
You're focusing on what we haven't seen in Cam, and we're telling you we've seen enough of 12 to know that we want him
I'm
12.
not even saying anything about Aiden O'Connell. Jesus Christ, I'm talking about Cam Miller himself. You've seen
I
enough
get
in that
that,
short
but you're asking us why we would want ready for Cam.
Yeah,
The reason
but
we're
I
ready for
understand.
Cam
Right away, you guys go to me
because we're ready for Cam because we've seen enough of 12.
Yeah, but why do we even have to equate that? That's not the question. The
Because
question is,
if you're gonna move on from one, you have to be saying why I don't want this other guy anymore.
but again, you've seen enough in that short time frame.
I've
against
seen enough
lesser
of
talent.
in 5 and what he can be that I'm ready to say 12. Adios.
All right. And you think Geno Smith is that much better? He played against the twos out there, and he only got 1 for 3.
The what? Geno? I know Geno can lead the team. He showed it already in the past. Right? We were
Not
talking
with this
about
team.
earlier about
He
Genty
hasn't
not
showed it with
being
this team.
exaggerated about 3 carries.
So he hasn't shown it with this team.
Right? But
He
what
hasn't
did we
showed it
just
with-
say about exaggerating with 3 carries? Now you're
He
going to
hasn't showed
exaggerate
it
with
with-
Geno off of how
He
many
hasn't showed it with this
plays?
team yet. He hasn't
How
showed it
many
with this
plays?
team. He hasn't
How
showed
many
it with this team.
plays? Right?
Again, he hasn't showed it with this team yet.
You
say
were
he
the
showed it-
one that said people overreacting on 3 carries. Now who's overreacting on Geno and how many
But it's the
plays?
same thing, though.
How is it the same thing?
Well, how come he only had 1 completion on 3 attempts? Well, come on, he's supposed to be the savior of the team. He's supposed to be the best quarterback, just like
See?
Genty's supposed to be the best running back.
Wait, let's bust the Jeff.
So let me okay.
Hey, wait, hold on.
You're coming at Geno Smith.
Hey,
who's
hold
had
on. Hold
a
on.
much
Back up the
longer
train.
career.
Back up the train real quick. Jeff, you stated something. In those 9 minutes, Cam Miller came in and did his fucking job. He came out there, he moved the team efficiently, and he put the seed of doubt that AOC is not good enough to be the number 2 and that Cam Miller can potentially move up to be the number 2 quarterback on this team in those 9 minutes. He cannot be accounted for the things that he hasn't done.
Yes.
You know, we can't say, hey, he didn't win an NFL game. He's a rookie in the NFL, and he came in those 9 minutes and showed efficiency, moved the team, didn't have any turnovers, and made the plays that he needed to make in order to put the team in a winning position.
Against inferior talent.
Okay, Jeff.
That's not his choice. So did Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell was going against inferior talent.
Jeff,
Twos and the
I want
threes,
you-
bro. It
I
wasn't
want you to
Seattle's
take-
ones.
I want you to take a look at our schedule, Jeff. Jeff, I want you to take a look at our schedule. Give me one team that we play on our schedule that you think if Geno were to go down, that Aiden O'Connell could come in and beat that team and finish business.
I don't think any
One
I don't
team.
think any
Give
quarterback
me
can come
one
that way.
team on our 17-game schedule
There's
that,
none.
without a doubt, Aiden
There is
O'Connell
no
can come in
team.
and complete
There is
business.
no team and there is no quarterback on this roster that would be able to step up and play like Gino. Plain
Exactly.
and
2
simple.
drops.
We will not win any game.
So why are we even having this discussion about keeping Aiden O'Connell? Get him out of here.
I'm not even talking about Aiden O'Connell, you fuckstick. All I asked you was, you think he's good enough to move up to the number 2, and you all
Yes.
said yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
All 3 of you said yes.
No.
All 3
Yes.
of you said yes, and I said you saw enough of him.
You're
And
saying
people
you're
were
saying
trying
Cam
to-
Miller shouldn't be the number 2 right now, or he didn't show you enough
I
to
don't
be the
think
number
he
2,
could.
James?
I don't think he should be
Oh no,
number
no,
2.
oh no, 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 yeah, no. I thought you
No,
were
that's
saying
for
if
sure.
AOC should be number 2.
I'm not down
No,
with
no.
Cam Miller's
I
talent.
think Cam Miller is the 2.
Has the potential to
He's
be
the
there
2.
for the future. I get it. He might. You never know. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But right now, you haven't seen enough of him to give you that full confidence that yes, he should be the number 2 right now.
It gives
Absolutely
me
not after one game and after a portion of the fourth quarter.
Look,
what I said
Yeah,
is
it
that
was
does this.
Yeah, he
No,
brought
but
us
what I
back
did-
to the corners. Yeah, he did his job. Okay, great. All right, do it consistently now. Let's
Yeah,
see.
AOC
And I'll be on board moving him up. Right now, no.
AOC is going to be the first Raiders starting quarterback to lose every single QB battle he's been in. How does that feel, Jeff?
What?
What the?
Again,
what is
why do you
going on?
keep
I
saying
don't know what he's
I
going.
am
Hey,
not defending
I'm gonna.
Aiden O'Connell.
Hey, he's drinking on that scissor. Hey, let's keep it. Let's keep it
I
in
don't
the
know
realm.
what he's fishing for now.
I am not saying that I am not
Bitch, why are you muting people?
fucking muted you all. You
This is
bastard.
my StreamYard. I'll mute everybody if I
I know.
fucking want to.
Well, I should have left you. I just muted the bug down the end there. He needs more time, and you guys keep throwing Aiden O'Connell.
I'm not
on
saying
me.
he
I
doesn't.
didn't even, oh my god, I didn't even mention Aiden O'Connell's name.
You have to, because that's who he's gonna replace.
No, I didn't. I asked you if you think Cam Miller's good enough to move up to number 2, and right away you
And
guys.
who's number 2?
Hey,
Papa Smurf? Who's he gonna replace?
It doesn't. Will you just
I'm not
listen
supposed to
me
talk
one
about the
second?
guy he's gonna replace.
Don't you have another show to go do, Leo? Get the fuck
I
out
do,
of here.
and I
No,
will.
we're gonna be
But
late.
I'm saying, like, how are you gonna get mad about talking about the guy we're gonna replace and not bring up the guy we're gonna replace?
Because I just asked a simple question, and you guys
And the
took
question
it.
was yes, and we're telling you why. When you question why, we think after one game. If you're
No,
questioning me
no,
after
listen,
one game,
you're not
I'm
even
gonna
giving me a
tell you
chance
why
to
I don't
say
want the
what
other
I
guy
said
after
right now.
17. That's why.
So
But you
anybody
can't get
coming
mad
out
'cause
to
we
New
don't
England
like
for
him.
Raiders New England game, we've got a tailgate.
Hey,
We've
so
actually
here's-
got 4 parking spots now. So
here's-
everybody's coming out here. We're gonna be a late time on Saturday night. So this is.
And we're having the pregame party on the night there isn't a game, by the way.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean? That's what it's always labeled as. You
Hey,
dumbass.
yo.
Well, what pasó?
Labels it-
So I love you guys, man. This is what I love about this show. I love that we can like engage and still, be talking a little smack and loving this shit, man. But what I'm
This is
going to say
Jeff.
is this to Jeff.
Shut up,
Yeah,
Chris.
I have to see, and you know what? I get it. I get you're saying after one game, 9 minutes, you don't trust him, but we have to see more, right? And in order for him to get those opportunities, it's going to have to happen in the preseason where he gets those opportunities that he's earned.
Hello, Mr. Logic. How are you?
And that's where I say, hey, you have to say, hey, you know what? This next game, did Cam Miller do enough in this game to earn a shot to get looked at with the 2s? Absolutely. And if he comes in there and he does a good job with the 2s, then there's going to be more doubt.
That is
You're not going to, you can't do that during the season. You can't go and be like, hey, you know what?
I don't know the way this coaching staff is shuffling motherfuckers around. Who knows?
Yeah. But guys, also, Cheeto, I know that you weren't here. Black Lot is in effect. I got a picture.
Who
I
gives a
have
fuck? I don't care
some-
anymore.
some stuff from Allegiant Stadium.
I got you, bro. Go ahead. Keep
Yeah.
talking.
It's gonna be on fire, bro. All the presidents will get a message when everything gets confirmed. But I'm letting you guys know right now, it's right close to the stadium, man. You're gonna
Real
love
quick about Black Lot.
Yeah.
Is it free? Or is it admission? Is it? People have questions,
it. Bro. So
right now, from
Black
what I
Lot-
know, it's free. Right? You just show up.
correct.
Okay.
If you're part A, you show up. It's the Black Hole tailgate. It's just like, we used to have it in J Lot, but it's Black Lot now. We'll have big screen TVs out there so you can watch the game.
And it's not on a Legion property is the key point.
Yeah, exactly.
For those of you who go to Vegas, because people have asked, but they make us break everything down. It's not on a Legion property. That's the difference.
So you'll be able to tailgate all game long, go to the tailgate, watch the game from the tailgate, enjoy yourself, not have a ticket to the game, and have some beers, hang out with family, and enjoy the time.
Yeah.
And
you gotta send me the pictures of the Black Lot, bro.
Oh, I am. I got you. And we just can't leak the information before.
I'm not going to.
Deal.
Damn, bro. I just told people what I was told last Tuesday, and I have relayed that information. That's why I asked you what I asked you about the watch party, because we were told the Nugget, and then I saw the other one, and I was like, "Hey, which one is it?"
Yep.
Yeah.
So, guys, so we can just tell everybody right now, guys, the watch parties that we have for TBH are going to be in Henderson at Twin Peaks. Then in Las Vegas, it's going to be at the Golden Nugget. So the away games, you'll see the fam out there. You'll see it rocking. Gee. Jimmy's coming back.
You got a Gino jersey? This guy. Talk about glazing. Look here, Mitchell Rents. I just realized.
Mitchell Rents.
Fuck AOC.
Now, to clarify that, I have not always
got it
ever
on
been a
backwards
hater
too,
of
you
him.
fucking moron.
He's doing a Mitchell Rents impression.
Stupid.
This guy. Okay, so this is why I was asking questions. Look, because I got friends like this. Can you bring your own cooler and chairs to the Black Lot?
Can you bring those? Probably not, guys, because it's gonna be reserved. It's gonna be like a private lot, but we'll make sure to ask. I'm not 100%, but I'm sure chairs will be cool. I'm sure stuff like that. I'm just not.
They're gonna sell
sure about
alcohol there, Paul. So I don't know if they're gonna allow you to bring your own. See, because a lot of locals bring their own shit, bro. They really do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes, see, he caught it. Yeah.
Fuck AOC. Fuck AOC. Fuck AOC.
But hey, home opener. Jeff is in charge of the party. He's already getting a bunch of tailgate spots open up. Right? No?
4 now, right?
4?
Home opener.
No, the regular season opener.
Season opener. For the season opener.
You don't want to talk no more. You guys pissed them off.
No, I don't want to talk right now.
See? You're going to have to ask him tomorrow. You're going to have to ask him nicely, guys.
You guys are like bad politicians, taking everything out of context and spinning my words.
Hey, Jeff, Jeff, you should buy the new Madden and make AOC your starting QB.
I'll just make you my
Hey,
bitch.
this is how James does his trades and his whatever. He puts it on Madden, and if it works, he comes out here and he talks about it. He says, "Yeah, you know what? Cam Hayward is too old. He shouldn't sign with the Raiders. He's not a quality guy. But we'll sign Micah Parsons for a huge contract because I did it on Madden where I traded away Tyree Wilson and Kuntz, and they took it."
Yeah, I remember that.
God. All right, so week 1, Raiders at Patriots. As everybody knows, we have the Blake's Tavern set as the Saturday night party from 5 to 9. So it's going to be a private party. Well, sorry, it's closer to public. It's open for any Raider fans that are in the area. Hit me up on Instagram at 401 Raider Jeff for any details on that. As we get closer, it'll be promoted. I got to go back on GT the Bricks show. He's going to have me come on and promote it again also on there. I'm going to be doing a little bit more promotion on other shows and such throughout the time from here, and you know what, so I can not get distracted. All I could see was him jumping around the screen, so it was distracting me. I couldn't get my words out. It was driving me nuts.
Why are you being a bully, Jeffrey?
I'm not being a bully.
Wait, am I being a bully? I had 3 you assholes teaming up on me for the last.
We answered your fucking question. You didn't like our answer.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And beyond,
No, it's funny because I'm gonna tell you how it went. You asked us a question, we gave you the answer. You didn't like our answer, we defended our answer. You get mad about the way we defended our answer.
You didn't even let me finish answering you. It wasn't that I didn't like your answer. I just had a rebuttal for it. And it had nothing to do with AOC 12. I just said I don't think he's ready to be the backup. And then right away, you guys threw Aiden O'Connell in my face like it was a bad rotten egg and just fucking hounded me on it. So
It is a bad rotten egg.
Shut
I
up,
gotta get the
James.
word out somehow. 805. Anybody that's coming out here, so people across the country listen to him. I gotta at least give him credit on that one.
Hey,
If it helps us get more people to the party,
They're on the
I'm
same
all
old
for it.
man wavelength, bro. Yeah.
so go. Hey, brother, keep going, Jeff. You were telling him about the party. We're gonna be at Blake's. We're gonna be
This is
rocking.
elderly abuse. I'm gonna call my local authority.
Oh my God!
Oh, boy, that's a federal offense, motherfuckers.
What's a federal offense?
Elderly abuse. I'm a senior citizen. I get a discount now. I'm 55, bitch.
$6 copies at McDonald's. Watch out.
I go to Dunkin' Donuts and get my senior discount now. That's what happens when you turn 50.
Hey, what up, Mike?
Ooh, what up, Mike?
Hey, I'll see you guys later, man. I gotta
Mike,
go.
I'll call you
I
as
gotta
soon
get
as
ready
we're
for the
done.
next show.
I'm sorry.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Take it easy.
So it's a joint promotion between the Black Hole, the overall Black Hole, the Black Hole New England chapter, and Raiders Against the World. Mike, who's in the chat right now, Raiders Against the World, for the Blake Saturday night party. Sunday we are doing a tailgate for the game. We have actually there's a gentleman that's coming out from Oakland. I guess he's part of the J-Lock crew at Allegiant.
Yep.
He messaged me today. He's coming out. They're staying up in Cambridge, Mass, but they're going to have a car, so they're going to get a parking spot too. So he's already got one at 55B. So we're going to have 4 spaces in that lot now. So we're going to have a huge section to take up at the tailgate. So we're going to have 4 spots there. Still working on the logistics of the food and everything. What we're going to do for that. I need to speak with Mike again about that. And then after the game, everybody's going to the Scorpion Bar up in Boston for an after party that Raw Nation is putting on. Mike from Raw, they are putting that on. They are sponsoring that. He has not done the promotion on that. So we're going to make sure we get everybody that wants to, or that, especially if you're staying in Boston overnight, that's where we're all going to meet up. So I'm going to be going up to Boston after the game. The wife and I were staying overnight in Boston on Sunday night. Going to hang out with the crew in Boston that night, and then everybody's going to get up Monday morning. I think most of you are all going home, right, on Monday? Well,
Some of us will be going home on Monday, and some of us will be going home on Tuesday. Yeah.
yeah. So once we're up and I say my goodbyes, I'm going to be heading back down to Rhode Island because the wife still has to go to work that day. So, but at least to be able to spend some more time with my guys. But you guys are coming in Thursday, so we're going to all be going up to Boston again on Thursday night to meet up with you and hang out for a while Thursday night. And
Yes,
then,
sir.
there's something else. Tailgate, we can start at 10 o'clock, but we can get into the tailgate lot at 9 to set up, but the officially start time is 10. So, like, we can't start, like, if some people do the tailgate sales and all that shit, charge for, you really can't start that till 10 o'clock. That's like their official time. But we can get into the lot at 9 o'clock. So the gates will open at 9. So we need to be there early so we can get the 4 vehicles that are going to be there for it in line ahead of time. But there's something else that came up. I am going to share it right now. We are still working on. Hang on. We're still working on this. This isn't. God dang it. No. I apologize. I should have brought this up. I got sidetracked because somebody really got me all worked up.
So, do you just want to talk about it?
Yeah, I got a picture for it. I got those.
Okay.
All right.
Guys,
So
go ahead.
the city of Brockton. I don't know how many people that are Raider fans are aware of this. Al Davis was not born in Brooklyn, New York. Al Davis was born in Brockton, Massachusetts. The house still stands where he was born in. The city of Brockton is doing a memorial plaque unveiling on the 6th of September, the same day as the
pregame party at Blake's, but it's at 3:00 in Brockton. So we're trying to put together a plan where we can get transportation from whether it be Providence or Boston. We're working on the logistics of that to get a group of us to go to Brockton for 3:00 for the memorial, the unveiling. And probably prior to the memorial, go to Al Davis's actual house that he was born in, get a picture of the whole group in front of the house, go to the memorial, and as soon as that's over, we're getting out of there. We're going right back down to Providence for the party, because there's a plan up there that for the party itself, like an after party up there, but that's a separate organization that's handling that. It's like just a group of local fans that are going to be doing it, but we got to get back to our party because we got to get that going. So that's the plan. We're working on it. As of right now, all I know is the date and the time, and we're just still working on the logistics. But keep your eyes open and your eyes open and ears open, because things will come out about it. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so was Marvin Hagler too. Marvin Hagler was for Brockton. That's why they call Brockton the City of Champions. But you didn't know that one either.
No, that one I did not know. But guys, hey, it's gonna be a banger this year. The home opener is gonna be off the chain. We're flying in Thursday. We'll be meeting up at the Cigar Lounge. We'll be doing tours on Fridays. We'll be doing another get together Friday night. Then we're gonna make sure to do some stuff Saturday morning. Then we go down. We're gonna make sure to do the thing with Jeff. Go down there, do Brockton, and party our asses off at Blake's, baby, because we're going to represent hard. If you are a part of Raider Nation, do not read the sign that you're going to see that says go down to some coffee house after the thing.
Yeah,
you take your ass down to Rhode Island, you go to Providence, and you rock with the Black Hole. That's where you want to be. You don't want to go to no coffee house. Okay, so let them know. Yo, Blake's is going to be a rockin', man. We're going to be going live from Blake's. You're going to see podcasts. You're going to have people dancing. You're going to have people having a great time. Then we're going to do the tailgate. Y'all already know it's going to be a party, baby. So make sure you lock in with my boy Jeff. You make sure you lock in with myself or James. Hey, we'll send you the information and we'll get this thing rocking.
Sorry, man. I didn't see that earlier. I just spotted it. So shout out. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead, James. Sorry.
No, go ahead. My bad. I didn't see you guys some shit.
Thanks for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. He says, I want to see Brock, Matt, Ian, just wear Spillane out week 1. Yeah, no shit, right? Good luck, Bobby. Go fuck yourself, Spillane. You're fixing to find out. Jeff, love me, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you. I just saw that you did the gifted the 5 memberships. I appreciate you for that too, brother. Thank you very, very much. Sorry I missed the super chat earlier while I was talking. I saw it pop up, but I totally forgot to put it up on the screen. Thank you. Go ahead, James.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Ardell. Ardell comments. Don't forget that James was right about Christian Wilkins.
Shout out
to our man Ardell.
It's fucking Nostradamus.
Yeah, James the dumbass. But yo, hey Jeff, we're getting to the end of the show. Let's let them know where we're gonna have some watch parties. Hey, the Winchester down in San Antonio, TBH San Antonio will be having some watch parties this weekend. TBH Central Coast, TBH Bay Area, TBH Lovelock, TBH Reno will all be having watch parties for this game. Guys, make sure that you follow them on their Instagram. They all have different locations. It's all a great time. I'll be like we said, the Golden Nugget will have a watch party. The Henderson Twin Peaks will have a watch party. James, are you going to be online for the military chapter, or what are you going to be doing?
For what?
Are you doing a watch party, or are you not doing anything online?
Are you talking about for Saturday, or are you talking about
for the game?
For Saturday?
Yeah.
Jeff, what are you doing?
We're gonna move up our last call podcast, which is normally Saturday nights at 9. We're gonna do a watch party starting at 4. And probably when the game's over, we may shut down for a little while and restart back up Saturday night. So,
are you doing a watch party for the game, Jeff, or?
That's what I just said. We're gonna start it early at the start of the game.
All right. Well, if I'm doing anything, I'll be with Jeff, pissing him off some more.
It'd be my studio at that point. I'll just kick your ass. I can kick you out of this one too. I'll just kick you out of that one too.
We're
Don't push me too hard, man.
Me and Jeff are building a great working relationship. More like it's kind of like a grandfather and grandson bonding.
Yep. Hey, shenanigans in Sacramento. Make sure you hit them up.
Yeah.
Dude, how old are you?
27.
Yeah, same age as me. So my son's gonna be 30 next month. So
there you go,
grandson. My kid, but I wouldn't admit it. You could be my son, but I wouldn't admit it. Absolutely not.
Yo, but like we're saying, man, if you guys need any information on any of these locations, please hit us up. We're more than happy to find your hometown or your hometown bar, your TBH chapter. That's what we're here for, man, to connect with you guys. You guys let us know what you need. It says here, is TBH doing a march at the home opener? That is yet to be talked about. We will let you guys know. Like, more information will be sent out here soon. I know that the March to Victory is a big thing.
I would assume so, right?
I'm assuming so, but we don't want to tell people assumptions. We'll give them facts.
They closed Twin Peaks out there, Jack. What's the matter? They couldn't get enough women with big boobies to work at Twin Peaks in Sacramento. I'll tell you what, the one in Henderson, they got some beautiful chicks that work there. Holy cow. There's some beautiful women working there. That's so many things. Find a Buffalo Wild Wings in that area. Buffalo Wild Wings usually has a shit ton of TVs. Still one, you know, we get every game on. They have enough TVs there. So, you guys got anything else you want to talk about?
No, like, hey, let's let them know that Poodle Raiders podcast right after us, man. You guys got a link in over there with Cheeto.
Yeah, on Leo's channel. He's going to be talking about the Arizona game next week and the functions they got going on there for the get-togethers. So tomorrow night, the Raiders' last call. It's myself, it's Leo, it's LV Raider 10, and it's Jay from Just Raiders Baby. The four of us on the Raider Connection tomorrow night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. Thursday night, it's my guy, LV Raider 10 and myself for Raiders Coast to Coast. And Friday night is our normal Friday Night Live pull-up show. So if you guys don't have anything else, we're calling it a night. You good?
Yes, sir. All right, make sure you guys click like, share, and subscribe. Let people know about the pod. Let them know that we're giving you guys all the information you guys need regarding the black hole, baby. So, yo, until next time, salute.
And as I always say, everybody, stay safe and go Raiders. I'm going to do this one more time before we leave.
Raiders! Trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
And I approve this message. Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. We are the Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Touchdown, touchdown. Let's throw a bomb on first down. Let's throw a bomb on every down. First we score, then we clown. Having fun, look around. Nobody loud as a Raider crowd. Nobody proud as a Raider crowd. NFL, how you like me now? We gon' do this open style. Nothing but action. I'm Bo Jackson, hit the hole. Run you over, goal line. Jumping over, going crazy. Lose your soul, lose your mind in the black hole. Here's the goal, Super Bowl. And everybody here, get the